Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about respiration in humans. We normally breathe in air containing oxygen through the nose. The air enters the nostrils, passes through the nasal passage, larynx, trachea, bronchi and finally reaches the lungs. In the lungs, air passes through a large number of small tubes called bronchioles and then reaches the tiny air sacs called alveoli. The alveoli are surrounded by very thin blood vessels called capillaries, which carry blood in them. The oxygen of air diffuses out from the alveoli into the blood in the capillaries. The blood carries oxygen to all the parts of the body. This oxygen is carried by a red pigment called hemoglobin present in the red blood cells. This we all have learnt in the previous classes. Now, as blood passes through the tissues of the body, the oxygen present in it diffuses into the cells of the tissue. This oxygen combines with the digested food, that is glucose, present in cells to release energy. Dear students, the materials like fatty acids and glycerol produced by the digestion of fats are also oxidized during respiration to produce energy. This happens when we require more energy, when we are doing more work. Okay. Now, carbon dioxide and water are produced by the oxidation of food during respiration. We all know this. So what happens to them? The waste products of respiration, that is carbon dioxide and water, enter into the blood. And blood carries the carbon dioxide and water to the alveoli in the lungs. From the lungs, carbon dioxide and water vapor are removed with the air we breathe out, that is by the process of exhalation. In this way, the process of gaseous exchange is completed in the human respiratory system. Now, let us discuss about sneezing. What is sneezing? The sudden expulsion of air from the nose without our control over it due to the irritation of nasal passage is called sneezing. Look at the figure 14. Here we see a man sneezing. We often sneeze when we inhale air containing dust, smoke or pollen, etc. This happens as follows. The air around us sometimes contains various types of small unwanted particles such as dust, smoke, pollens, etc. Now, there are some very fine hair inside our nose in the nasal passage. When we inhale air, the unwanted particles present in air usually get trapped in the hair present in our nasal passage. Sometimes, however, the particles of dust, smoke and pollen, etc. present in inhaled air get past the hair in the nasal passage. Get past the hair in the nasal passage means it doesn't get trapped in the hair present in our nasal passage and cross that. Cross the hair and go inside the nasal, in the inner side of the nasal passage, and irritate the lining of nasal passage, as a result of which we sneeze. So what is the advantage of sneezing? Sneezing expels all the unwanted particles from the inhaled air so that a dust-free, clean air enters into our lungs. So this is the natural therapy which our body does to clean our air which we breathe. Understand? Dear students, whenever we sneeze, we should cover our nose properly with a handkerchief so that the unwanted particles which we expel during sneezing are not inhaled by other persons nearby us. Isn't it, students? Yes. Now, let us talk about yawning. Dear students, we all yawn, isn't it? Here, we will learn what is yawning and the reason behind yawning. The action of opening one's mouth wide while taking a long and deep breath of air without any control over it is called yawning. Look at the figure 15. Here we see a girl yawning. Yawning is also called jamhai or ubasi in Hindi. We all know this. A person yawns when he is tired, bored, stressed, overworked, feeling sleepy, or drowsy. There are many theories about why people yawn. According to one theory, yawning is caused by insufficient oxygen in the body. This is said to happen as follows. When we are tired, bored, stressed, overworked, feel sleepy or drowsy, we do not breathe as deeply as we normally do, and hence our breathing rate slows down. Due to slower breathing rate, less oxygen of air goes into our body, which is insufficient for respiration, and that is production of energy. So, what does the yawning do? Yawning helps in bringing more oxygen into our blood because during yawning, our mouth opens wide and we take a long and deep breath of air. So, in this way, the deficiency of oxygen in the body due to slow breathing rate is compensated. So, let us talk about smoking. We all know that smoking is injurious to health, isn't it? Why? Because it damages our lungs and causes lung cancer. We all know this. So let us discuss about smoking in detail and how it is injurious to our health. The lungs are very delicate organs which are essential for breathing and keeping us alive. The biggest enemy of our lungs is the habit of smoking. Smoking tobacco in the form of bidi, cigarette or cigar damages our lungs gradually and causes ill health. Smoking sends tobacco smoke inside the body. The chemicals present in tobacco smoke damage the lungs in many ways. Some of the harmful effects of smoking are as follows. Smoking destroys the lungs tissue gradually, due to which breathing becomes very difficult and may lead to lung cancer because the cells get damaged. Smoking causes heart diseases. Now the question may be arising in you that how smoking causes heart diseases. Dear students, smoking increases the formation of plaque in blood vessels. This causes the blood to thicken and form clots inside veins and arteries. This affects the functioning of cardiac, that is heart muscles, and leads to heart diseases because heart cannot work properly as the muscles of the heart is not getting the blood properly due to clotting of blood in the arteries and veins. Number 4, smoking also damages the health of non-smokers who inhale the air containing tobacco smoke. Therefore, the bad habit of smoking must be avoided to lead a healthy life.